Sorry, y'all. I was late to the party. For real, we here though. Yo, let's get this show on the road, man. Let's not even let's not even play around with the night, okay? Um, so tonight we're gonna talk about the black man and woman being God, and we gotta stop playing equals. You feel me? On some real shit. On some real shit. You see, that's the problem right there, right? Let's just start this off real quick. Let's not even get in. Let's not beat around the bush tonight. Okay? Y'all don't mind if I eat some fruit, do you? Hmm? Y'all don't mind if I eat some fruit? Huh? Hold on. Y'all don't mind if I eat fruit? Stop, 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 stop. Slow bitch. Alright, okay. Y'all don't mind if I eat fruit, do you? Appreciate all the love coming in. Appreciate all the love coming in. Like this incense tonight. Appreciate all the love coming in. All right. Appreciate all the love coming in the room. Send $1 donation, man, to the cash app, man. Just, you know what I'm saying? I don't even usually get on here and beg for nobody for nothing, man. But, you know, do it. Just do it. Just send $1 donation. Just do it. You feel me? We're going to eat some papaya tonight. Mm-hmm. We're going to have some mango. All organic, too. All organic fruit. None of this. None of my fruit. None of my fruit GMO. See? Can y'all see that? Papaya and mango. All my fruit organic. You dig? All my fruit organic. Mm-hmm. I don't eat GMO fruit. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Trying to get the water in the background. Hold on. This shit, I should have been on time, man. Look, we need to stop playing games with this knowledge and this truth. Hold on. Meditation, where you at? Yeah. Huh? Come on.
Every morning, I take 1 scoop of Organifi green juice, mix it up in a glass of water. Congratulations! You just had 11 of the world's healthiest superfoods in 7 seconds of work.
Shut up,
And
bro.
unlike
Look. Time to go in. Alright. I'm gonna be eating some fruit in between. So don't mind any of that. Thank you for joining me tonight. So I want to talk about today's title. Send $1 donation to the Cash App. Show some love to your boy. Put that dollar in the donation. Put that dollar in the Cash App at the God Obeng. THAGODOBENG at the God Obeng. A dollar. Because this is a late night build. This is like watching Late Night with Jay Leno or Late Night with Johnny, David Letterman or somebody. Late Night with Jimmy Fallon, right? But you watch you Late Night with Obeng, and I'm up giving you energy. So give back, give back, give back, give back, give back. Okay. We need to understand that the black man and the black woman is God. Number one. Let's just knock that out the park. The black man and the black woman is God. Okay? Period. End of story. End of story. Because I'm gonna lay out some examples though. But before I lay out those examples, I do need to say this. We need to stop playing equal. We need to stop playing equal to everybody, and we need to start walking in our power. And we need to start walking in our as the force that we are. We need to start walking in our power. I always like to make sure that y'all can see me good, right? I think I'm good. Sometimes I get like I'm okay, cool. So we need to start walking in our power. And we need to do it every day. And we need not to be afraid to own that. We need not to be afraid to own who we truly are. We need not to be, see, the problem is a lot of y'all are too concerned about playing equal with everybody. Oh, God made us all equal. We're all the same. No, we're not equal. We're not all the same. We're not all the same people. We don't all have the same we don't all possess the same qualities, genetic qualities. We don't all possess the same genetic qualities. And so black man and black woman need to start waking up and acting like God. And they need to actually start living and proclaiming and professing that message. They need to start proclaiming and professing the message that they are God. So that way people can start to, those that you are playing equal with can wake up and see, maybe they got a point. You understand? Maybe they're speaking truth. If enough of us begin to live it, not just say it, but if enough of us begin to walk in lock, step, and key with that understanding, we won't have I won't say this, we will have the respect we deserve because we're black. We're never going to get the respect we deserve being black. We're never going to get that. But if we walk lock, step, and key, then they will stop. Listen to me. Then they will make it plainly obvious and known that we are higher and superior to them, and that they have no other choice but to kill us, because then we are an enemy. But when we play equal, when we're playing equal with them, it's like we're buying into their hoax. We're buying into their hoax system. When we're playing equal with them, we're buying into their facade. We're buying into their hoax of a system. We're buying into all of these illusions. We're buying into these illusions that they set up. And we're buying into the illusion. You see, when we play equal with them, we buy into the illusion of that. And we're not equal. We're just not equal. We're just not equal. Genetically, we're not equal. You can see the genetic difference in us throughout sports. Just look in sports. And you can see the genetic difference, the speed difference, the body build difference, the power difference. You understand what I'm saying? So we need to stop acting like we're equal and start walking in that power that we possess of this knowing. And we can't just be on social media screaming we're God. We can't just be on social media verbally speaking we're God, we're God, we're God, we're God, we're God, or everybody's God. No, you got to actually start professing that thing. You got to actually start proclaiming and promoting the knowledge of who you are, the wisdom, and sharing that. Because the more and more you begin to open yourself up to this, the more you begin to speak this, the more you begin to manifest it and you live it. And those around you, see, they kill us because we play equal. And when you play equal, you're buying into their censorship. You're buying into their censorship because you play equal. Oh, God made us all the same. We're all one. We're all the same. Huh? Where they do that at? No, bruh. No, bruh. Look around you. Look around you. Look at nature. And look at the environment. Just plainly every single day you get up. Look at the environment. Look at the difference. Look at the difference, again, in genetics. But also look at the difference in our physical. Look at our physical differences. And this will tell you who are the superior being. You will know who the superior beings are. So you need to start getting on your shit. And you need to start getting on your path. And start living and walking and talking and professing and proclaiming the power of God in your life. Not God, someone outside, but God, you. God, as you and black man and black woman, you are God. You are God. You are God. I'm sorry. You are God, and you need to start making a confession of that. Because the moment you start to make a confession of that, the moment your power becomes ignited, the moment your power becomes your mind becomes illuminated, your mind becomes awakened, because you're wakening up the dormant DNA, you're wakening up the dormant information, you're wakening up the dormant energy, you're wakening up the dormant knowledge that sits in your body, that sits in your mind, that sits in your thought, that sits in your spirit, that you carry throughout your whole metaphysical being. You are lying these things dormant within you because you're playing equal, and you're too busy playing equal. So guess what they do? Because you play equal, you are buying into their beliefs. You're buying into their system. You're buying into their religion. You're buying into their laws. You're buying into their policies. You're buying into their standards and ways. You're buying into the government and everything that has to do with them. Period. You're buying into their science. You're buying into their knowledge. You're buying into their education. Because you play equal. Listen, my nigga, Harvard will show you. Harvard got sued many a times by black students. Harvard University got sued many a times by black families and other minority families for discrimination. So, for not accepting this, the smartest black people and the smartest, other ethnic groups. They were only accepting and bringing in the smartest white people. But the fact of the matter is this: if they know something that they're not really trying to confess, and what they're not confessing is the fact that if they let more black people into Harvard, more other minority groups into Harvard, then what's going to happen is the IQ level will start to change. The IQ level on a balancing scale begins to change. And so you'll see more of us not graduating from Harvard, because there could only be, say there's two people that graduate, black people that graduate from Harvard out of the whole school year. Two people graduate from Harvard, black people graduate from Harvard, and the rest were all white students. But those two people can have a higher IQ than all the whites in the school. So, yeah, two black people graduated from Harvard makes them the smartest people in Harvard. Because the IQ level. And the moment you start to change the demographic inside of Harvard, the moment you begin to change the demographic, the moment you change the narrative, the moment you change the demographic, the moment you change the narrative is this: that in this society, in American society, the narrative is white people are the inventors of everything. White people are the smartest ones. White people have the highest IQs. White people have the highest graduation rate. Black people have the lowest graduation rate. Black people have the lowest this. Black people got the lowest that. Black people don't graduate from Harvard. Well, Harvard got sued many a damn times because they were discriminating against letting black students in. They were discriminating letting other minority groups in. And that's purposefully done. That is purposefully done. And why is that purposefully done? Because they know who you truly are. They know that you're smarter. They know that you're a genius. They know that you have the highest IQ. And so if you go up in Harvard, once they start letting, and they started letting black folks in, black folks started graduating with Harvard with much higher IQ levels than white students. But it looked like white students were still smarter than black people because it's more of them graduating from there. That's because there's more of them in there. There's more of the white students in Harvard graduating Harvard. So it makes it look like white students are smarter than black people. But if only 2 black people graduated from Harvard and the rest were white, but the 2 black had higher IQs, that makes them the highest people out of Harvard. I mean, the smartest people out of Harvard. And so what I'm saying is, going off of that narrative, that we have to understand that they understand this. We have to know that they understand that you are smarter. You are a god. And if you don't proclaim that because you're too busy trying to play equal with every damn body, you're trying to play equal with white people, and you're trying to play equal with these people that are lower than you on so many levels, on a frequency level, a vibration level, spiritual level, physical level, IQ level. They're not there. And I'm gonna say this because I know I got some white friends, Facebook friends, followers, whatever, right? I know I got some whites in here that be coming in, and I'm honestly not saying this to down or bad talk or bad mouth or dismiss white people, because this ain't about them. Number one, this topic and discussion ain't about them, but number 2, it's a fact. And so I'm not really saying anything bashful or hurtful or dismissive. I'm just stating these facts, okay, about us. And so, yeah, black people, black man and black woman, you are God. Now, I know, you want to consider so many people's feelings. And the thing is, when you consider their feelings, they turn around and stab you in the back. Now, I've witnessed this on many levels, many occasions, where they turn around and dismiss you. They dismiss you. Can't neglect my fruit. So we have to start having an open mind about who we are. And we have to start accepting that ideal. Because it's not an ideal that's far-fetched, or it's not an idea that we cannot fathom. It's an idea that we actually can see. It's an ideal that we actually can see. It's an idea that we actually can touch. It's an idea that we actually can fathom. We can feel it. We know. You can see it. Like I said, look in sports. Look in sports. Everything is different. Let me give you an example about sports. You watch football, right? You watch the NFL, you watch college football. Ask me something. Watch this. I'm going to show you something. In football, what color are the wide receivers? And I'm talking about 99% of them. Not the little 2 you see. What color are the wide receivers? Black. Wait, watch this though. What color? This is 100%. This number right here is 100%. Look on any team and ask me what color is the corners, the cornerbacks, those who are defending the wide receivers. The man that stands across from the wide receiver on the other team, the cornerback, the defender. What color is the wide receiver, the one defending the wide receivers? And I can tell you this with 100% facts. Look on any team in the NFL and look at the wide receivers, but look at the man standing across from the wide receivers. And what color is the man standing across from the wide receiver? He's black. And why is that? Because number one, the wide receivers, they have to run down the field very far and very fast. And so you need people with speed. Okay? Black people are the fastest. So black people are your wide receivers. But to even keep up with a black man, you need another black man. You can't, white man cannot keep up. A white man cannot keep up with a black man. So in order to keep up with a black man, you need another black man on the opposite side of that field defending, because the black man is just too fast for him. And so you see this all the time in sports. You see this all the time in education and in our IQ levels. Our IQ levels are the highest. We know this. You understand what I'm saying? But we already know what country we live in. We ain't got to hide the fact that we know they suppress that information. They suppress a lot of the information about us. We already know that. We don't have to deny that, or we don't have to turn a blind eye to that, because we know that. But what we must do is then we must counter that. We must counter what they're trying to hide about us. We must counter what they're hiding. We must counter what they're hiding about us. And the only way to counter that, black man and black woman, is you stand up and proclaim and profess that you are God and be God. You must proclaim and profess this, that you are God. Otherwise, you lose and you miss out, and you bring yourself back down. See, the moment you play equal with them, you're lowering yourself. You're coming off the throne. You're lowering and coming off the throne of God. So every time you play equal, you're coming down off the throne. Put $1 in the Cash App, man. I done put up the Cash App for y'all. The God Obeng, THAGODOBENG. Throw $1 in the Cash App, man. The $1 Cash App, man, for this late night powerful bill right now. Donate to the Cash App. What we gonna start doing here is we gonna start feeding each other. This is gonna be a cycle. This is not gonna be a siphon. You're not gonna siphon energy from me. You're not just gonna take from me. You're not gonna take from me. You're not gonna siphon from me. I'm not gonna just do this, and I'm not asking you for 100. I'm not asking you for 50. I'm not asking you for 1,000. I'm saying, show your willingness to be like, I'll give just $1. If it's $1, just give. I'll just give $1. Because too many times, too many of us people come on these lives and we're giving of ourselves, but the reason why we don't get anywhere, not me personally, but us as a collective, the reason why we don't get anywhere is because you on the other side don't see the value in what I'm doing. You think that this free platform called Facebook, which is really not free because you're giving your energy to it, this free platform called Facebook, you think that just because I can come on here for free and you can come on here for free and we can both I can hit the live button and you just happen to be scrolling and see me, you believe that it doesn't take any energy. It doesn't require any energy. It doesn't require any energy. But this requires energy. And so you must donate $1 to the Cash App only because this requires energy. These platforms requires energy. It requires me and you to participate in this. And so the reason why me and you as a people, as a collective, the reason why we don't get anywhere, beloved, is because you're not seeing from your side the value in what's coming out. Not just the knowledge, but the energy and the time and the thought and the awareness, the presence being here with you. So you must give. $1, donate $1 to the Cash App, the God Obeng, $, THAGODOBENG. The God Obeng. Donate $1 to the Cash App. Show your support. Show your love. And this is the reason why we can't really elevate ourselves or elevate each other or raise ourselves up out of our predicament, out of our situation, is because we're not being motivated and we're not being inspired by those that we're trying to inspire. We're not being motivated and inspired by those we're trying to inspire. And we need, energy is energy. It doesn't matter what it looks like and how it comes. Energy is energy. Okay? So give energy. Give energy to me. And I'm going to be giving energy back to you. So getting back on with the message. We need to start raising ourselves up out of the situation. And the first way we begin to do that, beloved, is through the proclamation. We need a proclamation. You know what a proclamation is? We need a proclamation. We need to start professing and proclaiming the truth about who we are. Because I am God. And you are God. And we can't play equal. Because we know the truth. We can't play equal. Because we know the truth. We know the reality of this. Like I said, this isn't something that you have to like go to science for. You don't have to go to science to find this. You understand? You don't have to go to science to find this. You don't have to go to science and look for this. It's all available for you right here before your very eyes. Black man and black woman. It's available for you before your very eyes. Look at everything that we did. Look at everything that we did for this country. And I'm not talking about during slave times and slave years. I'm talking about just with our mind. With our minds. Look at what we did. And listen to me. They need us more than we need them. They need us more than we need them. They need us more than we need them. Are you understanding me? Because without us, there is no consumerism. Am I lying? Without us, there is no consumerism. Here's why I say that, and I'm going to break it down to you even deeper. Without us, there is no consumerism. What do you mean by that? Well, think about this. Black people and white people differ in this way. We are creators and very artistic with our creations. We are creators. They are plagiarizers. They are plagiarizers. Why do I say that? Because everything that is created now came from a substance of something that was previously already created. Far back long ago. You understand what I'm saying? So, I know you're like, what do you mean by that? Like, the telephone wasn't around back then? No, the telephone wasn't. But we didn't need the telephone to communicate. We had the pyramids. We had the pyramids. That's how we communicated. The pyramids was our GPS system. We didn't have GPS by phone. Our GPS. So when they talk about they invented GPS, you got to be like, no, the hell you didn't. You didn't invent GPS. How so? Because all you got to do is understand that that's what the pyramids were for. The pyramids was our GPS system. That was our guiding system. It led us to the North Star. The pyramids were our guiding systems. That's why there's pyramids all over this world, not just in Africa. There's pyramids all over this world, not just in Africa. The pyramids was our GPS system. And we used those pyramids to guide us around the world. The pyramids was guiding us. Those were guideposts. The Georgia Guidestones, No, we had pyramids as guide stones. You understand what I'm saying? And everything that is invented, quote unquote, came from a substance or something that was already created. Already created. You understand? And so the language came from where? The alphabetical language came from where? Not the Greek, not today's language, yeah, is Greek. We're speaking the Greek, Roman, Catholic language. We're speaking a Catholic language, a Roman Catholic language, English, Greek, Rome language. But that all came from the hieroglyphs. All of that came from the hieroglyphs. So nothing was invented by them. Nothing was invented that didn't already come from a substance or something already created, beloved. And you need to understand that you did that as a God. That information is in your DNA because it's connecting you to the lineage of your ancestors. That information is in your DNA. It connects you to the lineage of your ancestors who did that. And that information is still alive. That information is still roaming through your blood. That information is still in your body, in your bones. That information is still there. It didn't go anywhere. That information doesn't go anywhere. It's like trying to delete a computer, trying to delete something off of a computer. You never really delete it. It never goes anywhere. You can never really delete anything off a computer. You think you deleted it, but you never really got rid of it. It never got deleted. You might think you deleted something off a computer, but you really didn't delete nothing. You didn't delete nothing. I know a lot of y'all think y'all did, but you don't delete nothing off the computers. Everything, it doesn't go anywhere. And this is what I'm trying to tell you, that the information from your ancestors never got deleted. It's not deleted. It's still alive in you today. It's dormant. It's laying dormant in some of us, but at the same time, it's there, and you can ignite that. You can awaken that. You can ignite that. And the thing is this: I want to get back to a point I was trying to make. We don't value the same thing as they do. See, without us, there is no. See, we can live. We don't need them, but they need us. You see, they need us for consumerism. They need us to consume the things that they put out. They need us to consume. We're like test dummies to them. So everything that they put out, is a test for us. Is everything that they put out is for us to consume and us to test. But at the same time, in testing these things on black people and testing these things on us, there is a struggle in the mind with black people. Because when they see these items, these nice looking devices and these nice looking cars and these European cars and these European homes and these European clothing, and every time when they're looking at these things, when we start looking at those things, we begin to desire and want those things. And so Tommy Hilfiger said he didn't design his clothing line for black people to wear. You understand what I'm saying? He didn't design his clothing line for black people to wear. A lot of these clothing lines didn't design. Who was that? H&M. That it was. These people don't design their clothes for us. You understand what I'm saying? They don't design for us. But see, you got to understand that they say that after you done made them rich. They say that after you done made them billionaires and trillionaires. They say that after the fact. That none of this shit was designed for you. They do that after the fact. They don't do that before. They don't say none of that shit when they launching their product. They don't say none of that shit when they launching anything because they know they wouldn't make $1. But black people were the biggest consumers of Tommy Hilfiger. And Tommy Hilfiger said he didn't design his clothes for black people to wear. You understand? And he wasn't just making a statement. He was making it a racist statement. Which we all know he is racist. So, without us, they need us, we don't need them. Why? Because we don't value the same thing. We do not value what they value. We do not value the things that they value. We do not hold any we don't give nothing they give value to. We just don't give it value. We don't look at it the same way. You know, we value things differently. These people will cut their own family off. In our community, it's hard for us to give up on each other. It's hard for us. This is why, you can see white people don't really get out there and protest and march for other white people that get shot down and killed. White people don't. This is why we protest and march. Why you think we protest and march? We protest and march. We protest and march because we're connected to each other. It's hard for us. It's really hard for us to want to give up on our loved ones, because when I see my brother being killed, that's my brother. But they don't see that about each other. They don't see that. They don't see that with themselves about each other. They don't see a brother when one of their fellow white person get shot or get killed or something like that. They're not out marching. They expect, black people, they know that. This is why a lot of times some of this stuff is all strategically planned. The killings and the shootings and all of that. Because it gives the news something to talk about, number one. But it also keeps us mentally blinded and trapped into their system. We get caught up. And so this is why I said, you need to know that you need to know who you are. You need to start professing and proclaiming that. Because then you'll walk higher than them. You will walk higher. But every time you see yourself equal, every time you get your ass out there and you march, every time you get out there and you protest, every time you get out there and you go and fight and you riot and all of that stuff, that's you bringing yourself back down to their level. You're making yourself equal with them. Because they play by rules and they play by laws, and we don't play by laws. We don't play by rules. This is why on Memorial Day, what it was, Oh, I love my people, man. I love my people, because on Memorial Day, there was an event supposed to be held at Daytona Beach, and the event, the coordinator of the event canceled the event. He said, we're going to cancel the event. Why? Because it was going to be too many people. The people still showed up. Who people? What people? Black people. Black people still showed up. Ain't give no fuck. Had no mask on. Standing on top of cars. Partying. On the beach partying. It was damn near 10,000 people out there. It looked like coronavirus never even was a thing in the mind of black people. When you look at the YouTube videos of, us out there in Daytona Beach. That shit was all over the news, man. They was like, we don't play by y'all rules. We don't play by y'all rules. We don't abide by y'all laws. That's why we still showed up. That's why we still had parties. That's why we still got together, because we don't buy into that shit. We don't believe that shit. Not just COVID, but we just don't play by them rules. Every time we go out there and march and protest, we're coming down to their level, playing by their rules. And so therefore we don't just get out there and go fucking ham on the goddamn police, or we don't just go out there and start shooting and killing right now, because we know that eventually we're still living by their rules. We're still playing by their rules. We're still under their jurisdiction. We're still under their jurisdiction, and we got to obey their laws, and we got to obey their policies, and we got to follow and play by their rules. And every single time, beloved, every single time you bring yourself down to that level to play by their rules, you bring yourself underneath their jurisdiction. So now they are your governing authority. Now they are your governing authority. And they rule over you now. Because you brought yourself down to play by their rules. You brought yourself down off of their level. You brought yourself down off of your level to their level. And when you bring yourself down to their level, truthfully, you're really not equal anymore. You're actually beneath them. because you're playing by their rules. So when you come down to their level, you're really beneath them now, because you're abiding by and living by and following their rules, and you're now under their jurisdiction. You're now under their jurisdiction. So now they can control you. They can do whatever they want with you. They can handle you however they want. And this is why they shoot and kill us. This is why they shoot and kill us, because we're playing equal with them, and we're not playing, and we're not being God. We're not being God that we know we are. We're God, and if we knew we were God, we would walk much higher than them on the spiritual level. We would walk much higher than them on the spiritual level. Excuse me. Anybody coming in the room, send $1 to the Cash App. Send $1 to the Cash App. THAGODOBENG. $sign the God Obeng. Send $1 to the Cash App, just to show your love, just to say, hey, I appreciate you for being here, building and giving and serving and being a servant for us, for your people, for the love. Again, getting back to the message. So every time we come down to play equal, to protest and to fight and to riot, we're playing by their rules. And when we come down, we're not really equal anymore. We're actually beneath them, because now we're under their jurisdiction. But the moment you raise your vibration, and not just your vibration, let's just get rid of the language for right now. And let's just say, the moment that you become aware of who you are, the moment you become aware of who you are, the moment you will walk out the door and things will move. You will be like Moses parting the Red Sea. Things will move on your behalf. Mountains will move on your behalf without you having to do anything. You don't even understand how that power works, because you have not tapped into, and you've not used, and you've not proclaimed. That's the problem. You're not proclaiming. You have not proclaimed to the world who you are. And you can't just proclaim who you are. You have to actually live what you're saying that you are. You have to actually live it. So if you proclaim to be God, then you got to live as God. You got to walk as God. You got to stand as God. You got to be as God. And when you be as God, you part the Red Sea. Everything move out your way. And they don't fuck with you. They don't touch you. If black people knew that they were God, we would be untouched. We would be the untouchables. We would be the untouchables. We would be the untouchables. If we knew we were God, we would be untouched. But see, we get touched all the time because we don't know we're God. So we get touched. We get slapped up. We get shot up. We get pimped. Slapped. We get bitch slapped. We get everything done to us. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? And so, listen. They're going to always touch you every time you play by their rules. Because you're coming down from your throne as God, as who you are. You're coming down from your throne. And when you come down from your throne to play by their rules, you're not making yourself equal anymore. You've actually put yourself beneath them. And now you're under their jurisdiction. And now they can handle you, say to you, do to you, whatever they feel they want to do. Whatever they feel they want to say. However they want to treat you, they can treat you. And they will treat you that way. And so, this is not me stating... this is not me speaking blasphemous about any specific belief or religion or a demographic of people. But this is me speaking the fact about, knowing who I am. Knowing who I am. And if you knew who you were, then you would walk out your door every single day and things would move on your behalf for you. Things would move on your behalf. In the power of, not just the power of manifesting manifesting the life you desire, but manifesting an existence, a world for yourself, a whole world in existence, a world that you exist in with your people, a utopia. That's what I was actually going to name this episode, this episode today. I was going to name Black People Need to Create a Utopia. And we will create a utopia. There will be a utopia for us because we will be living in harmony. We will be in harmony. This is why black people riot for other black people because there's a disharmony in our soul. When we see black people dying, there's a disharmony. There's this disharmony within our soul. So we feel when a brother or a sister goes down, when the fallen soldier, falls on the battlefield. When we lose one of them on the battlefield, we feel that as a people. We feel it. But I've seen stories after stories after stories where white people got shot, got killed. White people did so many heinous things, but they didn't protest and march. You know what they protest and march for? They protest and march for laws. They protest and march for policies. They protest and march for votes. They protest and march for government. They protest and march for legislation. They protest and march for these type of things. Why? Because they buy in and believe and live by that system. We don't. You don't see us out there protesting for laws and policies and legislation. We don't protest for that stuff. We may protest for a law to be passed after one of us got shot and killed. We may protest for a Trayvon Martin road to be named after Trayvon Martin or Michael Brown Bridge. We may protest and march for that, but the purpose behind the march is not for the bridge, but for the remembrance, for the acknowledgement of wrongdoing to our people. You understand? For the acknowledgement of wrongdoing to our people. So the bridge is a commemoration. The bridge is an honorarium. The bridge is to say, forgive us. Here's a bridge in Mike Brown's name or Trayvon Martin's name. Forgive us. It's an olive branch. It's trying to extend a modicum of saying, we know we fucked up. Let us give you something for it, or let us bridge the gap between this, and let us heal this wound here. You understand what I'm saying? But guess what? I think the last bridge we got or the last street was Martin Luther King or something. I mean, honestly, I don't know. Organic mangoes are so good. So, the last thing that we get, or the last thing that we want, is a bridge, a street. We don't want any of those things named after us. And here's what we don't want. And here's what I would suggest black people stop asking for. Justice. Stop asking for justice. Because you ain't getting justice, bruh. I'm sorry, you is not getting no justice. Stop asking for it. Stop asking for justice. Because you will not get it. You will not get justice. We don't live in that world. This is why we got to create a utopia. A utopia of a new consciousness. A new conscious utopia. We need to create a new conscious utopia. And I'm trying to do my best. That's why I put $1 in the Cash App. Because I want to come on here every single day. I want to come on here every night at least. And try and be the one to, I'm trying to be like the Bob Marley of this shit. I'm trying to change this shit. You understand what I'm saying? Literally through my words, literally through my teaching, literally through my message, literally through this device. Am I trying to change the mindset and the projection of us and who we are as a people? I'm trying to change that. And it may take one man to do it. And I may be just that one man. But it's got to be done. The work's got to be done. We have to change and have a new consciousness. And here's what I'm going to say. For my Christian folks watching, I know this might hurt you a little bit, but we got to do away with the religion. I'm sorry. We got to do away with that. Number one, we got to do, for us to rise as a people, we got to do away with religion. We just got to. We have to. They say, oh, the white man didn't bring us God in Africa. We already had God. We already had God. White man bring us God in Africa. I know you like to believe that. But the truth is, beloved, we did have God. We had God with us. We didn't need no book to tell us about it. We didn't come up with the concept of a book. We were writing in hieroglyphs. What the hell? We didn't come up. We didn't come up with the concept of a book because we had hieroglyphs. We were writing shit, and our books was the stones that we were carving and creating in. Our books was the stones. Our books was the engraving of our language, the engraving. Why? Because even in the Bible, God said that he engraved your name in the palm of his hands, which to engrave something means you got to cut it deep. You got to cut it deep. You can't get rid of this. You can't get rid of this. You can't get rid of this. But we need to get rid of the religion. We got to do away with religion. It's the only way the black man and black woman going to stop playing equal. Not the only way black man and black woman going to know that they're God. But it's the only way the black man and black woman are going to stop playing equal. Because you keep going to this church. You keep going to church. And you keep seeing your fellow white brothers and sisters. And you keep saying, oh, God loves us all. God is the same. God is all. God is everywhere. We're all God. I mean, God loves us all. No trouble. We don't want any trouble. You know, God made us all equal. No, God didn't make us all equal. We're not equal. We're just not equal. We're not equal, beloved. And we got to establish that. We got to establish that on a daily front. Every day you wake up, you need to say, I am God. I am that I am. Every day you wake up, you need to be establishing a notification in your mind every single day. I am that I am. What are you? I am God. I am everything. I am all I need. I am the existence. I am existing. I am the existence. I am the all, the everlasting, the eternal, the infinite. I am. I am that I am. You need to profess that every single day. And you need to proclaim that every single day. And you need to confess that to yourself every single day. See, black man and black woman are always going to be on low on the totem pole. Black men and black women are always going to be low on the totem pole in America because you keep seeing yourself equal. And you keep saying, oh, that's my sister right there. That's my brother over there. God made us all equal. And that's why you get the treatment you get. I don't have to deal with them. You know why? They deal with me. I don't deal with them. They deal with me. Why? Because I don't see them. My head is above it. I don't see them. My head is above the fray. My head is above the mess. My head is above the noise. And so they have to in reverse, or they have to in essence see me. But they see me and they recognize me. And let me tell you something. They can't recognize me energetically because, let's be honest about that. They can't recognize me energetically. They can only recognize me physically. They can see me with their eyes. They can only recognize me physically. They can't absorb me energetically. I'm too powerful. I'm too powerful. So, but they recognize me they recognize me physically. And the reason they recognize me physically is because I'm standing there in front of them. And when I'm standing there in front of them, they feel the power and they see the power. They see the power. They see the confidence. They see the boldness. They see the arrogance. They see the cockiness. They see it. But what they may call, they may look at it as oh, he's egotistical and narcissistic. He's all about himself. Look at him. He's thinking about him. No, 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 no. I'm not all about myself. I'm all about love as God, because God is love. And not only vibrate and not only live on the highest frequency of the universe, which is love. And so therefore this is why black people are above the rest. Why? Because we're in harmony with each other on that level, on the love level. We may not be in harmony with each other here on this level, the lower level, because some of us are playing their game. Some of us are buying into their policies and buying into their laws and buying into their beliefs, into their religions. And so therefore jealousy and envy and hate and confusion and frustration and anger comes in for your brother, for your brethren, for your beloved. Because you're operating on the same level of competition and comparison as the white man has made in society for us to live on, for us to live in. And so everything at your job is about who works the fastest, who puts in, who gets more done. Productivity. You get what I'm saying? Productivity. Everything is about productivity. You understand? And so we're not about productivity in the sense of competition. We're not about productivity in a competition way, in a competitive way. No, we're not about productivity in a competitive way. We're about productivity in an advancement way. We're about productivity in an advancement way. How does this advance my people? How does this advance us? How does this advance my brethren? How does this advance my culture? How does this advance my race? It ain't about competition. I want to be the first to do it out of my brother. No, it doesn't matter out of my brother or me who gets it done, long as it gets done. Because I know if he gets it done, it was for me. And if I get it done, it was for him. So there is no competition or comparison on who get it done. Just long as it get done, because when it gets done, we know that that's for us. And so those who are operating on the highest frequency of vibration, which is love, those of us who are whose head and neck is above the fray, above that noise, don't live within the constructs of these rules that they set up. Guess what? We feel the disharmony when a brother gets shot, when a black man goes down on the field. We feel that. We feel that with our being. We feel that with our soul. We feel that with our tears. We cry. I don't see white people, listen, and I can say this with confidence. I ain't see white people crying for black people when they get shot and killed. You know, they come out there and they march, but we all know that that's fodder. That's fodder. That's for water cooler talk. That's what they call water cooler talk. That's all for water cooler talk. So they can go to work the next day and say, "Did you see me? I was on the news and yeah, I was out there at the march. I was there protesting." They want to be a revolutionary, but revolutionaryism is not in their blood. Revolutionaryism is not in their blood. They abide by rules. They play by laws. They play by legislation. We don't. That's why we're revolutionaries, because we don't play by rules. That's why we're the revolutionaries of society. We don't play by laws. We create our own laws that suit us, that is better for us, that advances us. And so we get shot down and we get killed because we decide not to play by their rules. They took out the Black Panthers because of that reason. They took out the Black Panthers because the Black Panthers didn't want to play by the rules. They took out Martin Luther King. They took out Malcolm. They took us all out because we decide not to play by their rules. If you don't play by our rules and our policies, we'll take you out. And every time you fight the battles and the fights on their level, a playing field, you make yourself equal to them, or you make yourself underneath. You place yourself under their jurisdiction now. You place yourself under their jurisdiction. And when you do that, now they got the whip and the chain on you, and they control you. And they can easily sway you. And they can easily do what they want to do with you. because you think that there's a such thing as justice, and I want y'all to stop using that. Send $1 to the Cash App, man. $1 to the Cash App. Show your boy some love. Just to do it. Just do it. Show your boy some love. THAGODOBENG. The God Obeng. $1. Just get in your pocket right now and send $1 cash to the Cash App. I want to see some love in the Cash Apps tonight, okay? Alright? Because I'm here doing this for you. This is how we raise each other. This is how we raise ourselves. This is how we raise ourselves up out of our situation so that this knowledge continues to come. That's all energy. The money, I'm not going to do nothing with the money as far as like, make a life with it. The fact of the matter is this, that when the money comes in, it's an exchange of energy. And when the money comes in, it's like, oh, the people really care about the message. The people really see the message. The people really see the messenger, and they feel the messenger. And so that energizes, inspires, and motivates the messenger to come back again and continue to put this work out there. But when there's no energy coming in, when there's no energy coming in, the messenger really don't have the energy to put out because there's no energy building him up or building her up. And so you must put $1 in the Cash App. The God Obeng. THAGODOBENG. The God Obeng. And show your boy love. Because that's what energizes. That's energy. You understand what I'm saying? So let's continue to put that message, put that love in the Cash App tonight, okay? Because I want to keep coming back doing this every night. On Facebook and on Instagram. And you can follow me on Instagram at the God _Obeng, okay? Put that in the chat room. Put my tag in there. Somebody put my tag in there. The God _Obeng for the IG follows. Trying to get those up too. But keep your mind focused on what? The knowledge, the knowing, who you are, the I am wisdom. The I am frequency, the I am wisdom, the I am frequency. So black people feel torn when one of us is down or get shot down. But I've seen white people don't give a damn about their own kind. They're not out there marching and protesting. They're not out there rioting and looting. They're not out there banging down doors and busting out windows. They're not out there doing that when one of their own gets shot, when one of their own goes down. They're not out there doing that. Why? Because they don't feel. They don't feel like you and I feel. They don't feel. Thank you, God. Thank you. Thank you, next to the root. Thank you for that. They don't feel like you and I feel. We feel with our brothers. We feel when our brother go down by the hands of a white man, a cop. We feel when our sister goes down, like the one girl did in Texas, who got shot through the window. Something Johnson. We feel. We feel. We feel. Okay? And so, because we feel, black people, when one of us go down, because we feel, what happens? There's a disharmony, a disruption. There's a disharmony or a disruption in our flow, in our energy, in our airwaves. There's a flow in our airwaves. There's a disruption. There's a disruption. And so we kind of like torn. We're torn. We're torn. Because we feel. We know that we are connected with our brother. We know that we are connected with our sister. You understand? Organic fruit. Mango. Papaya. Papaya. Guava. Guava. They're not ripe yet. They're still a little bitter. That's why I ain't eating them tonight. Yeah? Y'all want to call in? Call in. Facebook let us call in again. Y'all want to call in? I'm here for it. Call in. We can build tonight. Call in. Let's build. Who want to call in? Huh? Who else want to call in? Alright. Anyway. Anybody want to call in? So listen. I like the mangoes. They're sweet. The yellow mango. These yellow mangoes too. There's not the red mangoes, the big red ones. These are the yellow, the small yellow mangoes. I know when you come here, you want to hear a message. And I fed you. And so now I want to tell you, before I sign off, is that stop playing equal. Wake up every single day and proclaim and profess, confess, proclaim and profess that you are the all, the I am, God. And then your head will, things will begin to, a spark will happen within you. Something will ignite your soul when you say that. When you say, I am God, your soul will become ignited. And when your soul becomes ignited, it begins to awaken some things up in your mind. And when your mind awakens, your present being rises above all of this chatter down here. Your present state of awareness rises above all of this chatter down here. And so your awareness, your self-awareness, all of that rises above the chatter down here. You don't hear that language no more. You don't hear that talk no more. You don't play by their rules anymore because your head is above that noise, all of that chatter. And so you're living like an eagle. You know an eagle? Let me tell you about an eagle. An eagle lives in the highest point. Wherever the eagle is at, let's say it's in the city. It will live in the tallest building. Let's say it's in the woods or the forest. It will live in the tallest tree. Let's say it's in, a mountain, the mountains. It will live on the highest mountain. An eagle lives at the highest point. And eagles, I'm just giving you a scenario because I used to read up on eagles a long time ago for like motivational speeches. And the eagle, when the eagle flies, when the eagle leaves its nest, whenever the eagle leaves its nest, I'm giving you how to raise your mind. I'm telling you this so that you begin to, every time you leave your home, I want you to do like an eagle do. I want you to do exactly what the eagle does. I want you to think like an eagle in this scenario, okay? Every time the eagle leaves its nest, so the eagle lives at the highest point. But just because it lives at the highest point, don't mean that's where it flies and lower. No. It's been said that when the eagle leaves its nest, it goes even higher to fly around, It flies above. And they said the eagle had been found to have been higher than the clouds. And this is a fact. Eagles are always, found, they say that the eagle is the highest soaring bird, that get the highest, and the hawk is like the fastest bird. The hawk is the fastest. Is the falcon. The falcon is the fastest bird. The eagle is the highest soaring bird. And so when the eagle leaves its nest, it never flies down. It always flies up. Okay? And then it goes up, 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 up. Sometimes above the clouds. Why is that? Why do the eagle do that? Because the eagle knows that up there he has no enemies. Up, he don't have to worry about looking up when he flies. Because of enemies. He just looked down. You don't even have to worry about looking where he's going. Because there's nothing obstructing his view. There's nothing obstructing his mind. There's nothing obstructing his thoughts. So the eagle can fly around up there freely with nothing obstructing his pathway. Why? Because the eagle knows that nothing can get his, no species on this planet Earth. Not humans. I mean, we go to the moon, we go on spaceships and stuff like that. But I'm talking about physically. No species can get higher than the eagle. No species on Earth can go higher than the eagle. The eagle's the only one that physically get above the clouds. And so the eagle's there, and the eagle is never looking up, raising his head, because the eagle knows that nothing up there can get higher than him. So he has no enemies. The eagle has no enemies up there. Huh? The eagle has no enemies up there. Number one. Number two, the eagle don't have to worry about looking where he's going. He don't have to fly, looking, because the eagle knows that nothing can obstruct this path. Nothing can obstruct this path. I used to do this motivational speech in schools when I was a motivational speaker with the youth. And I used to talk about the eagle, the story of the eagle. And the eagle never, ever, ever had to worry about looking up, or the eagle never even had to fly with his eyes open, because the eagle know he can fly with his eyes closed, knowing that nothing is in his path. This is why they call the eagle the king of the air. Because the eagle don't have no enemies up there. So the eagle just look down. The eagle looks down. The eagle looks down, looking for prey. Looking for prey, looking for prey. And the eagle comes down. But let me tell you something. The moment the eagle subject himself to coming down, you know what I'm saying? The moment that eagle becomes like a chicken or a pigeon or a peasant. What is a chicken? What is a pigeon? And what is a peasant? A bird that has no hook on his beak. See, an eagle has a hook on his beak. But a chicken and a peasant and a pigeon, they have straight beaks made for pecking at the ground. An eagle's beak, an eagle don't eat from the ground. An eagle don't eat from the ground because its beak is not made for pecking at the ground. And so when you have the mindset of an eagle, when you have the mind, I used to always say, elevate your mind, raise your game. What was the saying? I used to say, elevation is next to greatness. Greatness is next to God. That was my saying. I used to say, elevation is next to greatness. Greatness is next to God. Because when you elevate your mind, you're great. And greatness is next to God. You're right there with God. And God is you. You're God. The eagle's God. That is God, right? And so the thing is this. When you leave your nest, when you leave your home every single day, do not go down. Do like the eagle. And elevate more. See, the eagle already lives at the highest point. But when it leaves its nest, it flies even higher. So when you leave your home, every single day you wake up and you leave your home, or when you leave your work, or wherever you go, you need to always be elevating your mind up, up, up. Elevate, elevate, elevate. Constantly elevating your thoughts. Constantly elevating your mind. Recognizing that you are God. God. Elevation is next to greatness. Greatness is next to God. Constantly raising that vibration. Constantly raising your thoughts of awareness. Your self-awareness. Because the more you raise your self-awareness, the more you start to walk in that confidence, beloved. You start to walk in that presence of God. You walk in the presence with God, as God. In God, you walk with God. You're walking as God. Every time you leave and you raise your mindset, you raise your level, your self-awareness. Every single day you leave your home. And this is what you should practice doing. And therefore, what happens? When you do that, then you have no enemies. You don't have the white man as your enemy. You have no enemies. Why? Because you fly above. You have no enemies up there. You're like the eagle. You have no enemies up that high. You fly above the noise. You fly above the fray. You don't even see it because you're above the clouds. And so you have to raise your elevate. You have to elevate your self-awareness. Every single day you get out your house or leave your house, you wake up. You have to constantly say, I am God. Elevating your mindset, elevating who you are. So that you can come, so that way you have no natural enemies. You have no natural enemies. You have no enemies. You have no enemies. And you don't have any thing obstructing your path, your journey to getting to where you're supposed to go in life, living that purpose, living the purpose you were given. Nothing is obstructing that path. Nothing is obstructing your way. Nothing is in your way. Because you wake up every single day raising your vibration, raising your level of self-awareness, that knowing of who you are, black man and black woman. Every time you do that, every single time you do that, the more and more and more you begin to raise your consciousness, your awareness above all the noise, and you become untouchable. Nothing can touch you. Why? Because like the eagle, you're the king of the air. You have no natural enemies, and things move out the way for you. Nothing is obstructing your path. Okay? I appreciate you being here. Atone. Beloved, I love you. I love me. I love us. Share the video. Drop $1 in the Cash App. The God Obeng. THAGODEOBENG. Drop $1 in the Cash App. Also follow me on Instagram so I can get my Instagram follows up. And I can get my Instagram lives going. I want to get my Instagram lives going. So go to @TheGod_Obeng and follow me there. Let me know if you let me know you came from Facebook, you know what I'm saying, in a comment, whatever. And let's get it, man. Let's get it. Let's keep building. Let's go ahead and get the movement started. Travel Light Tribe. Travel Light Tribe. Travel Light Tribe. We are the traveling light. You understand? The traveling light tribe. I said travel light? No, it's traveling light. The traveling light tribe. We are the traveling light beings. We are the light beings. So the traveling light tribe, join the family. I got the seminar coming in July. Let me do some announcements real quick before I jump off here. I got the seminar coming in July. The yoga and meditation seminar coming online Zoom in July 9th and 10th. That's one. Number two, I also got a retreat coming for us in August. Let's get together and do that. Build and form our traveling light tribe. Okay? Go to my website. I'll post the website to this. Here's what I do. I'll post the website back in this link. I'll go through this video and edit and post the website in the link. That way I don't have to say it right now because it's a little long. So I'll do that. I'll also make sure that I keep you updated on the retreat where we're going to be at. Okay? It's an outdoor camping. Listen to me. It's going to be an outdoor camping retreat. So go to my website. I'll put the link in the bio. And you'll see the list that you need. Okay? Also, seminar, retreat. Yeah, join the family. Join the Traveling Light Tribe, y'all. Let's get it. Alright? Once again, Atone. I love you. I love me. I love us. I'm out. Peace.